the Pachuquismo, like the Pachuco scene and vibe. And it was really cool because all the outfits in that are tailor-made suits from El Pachuco Zoot Suit. I do a lot of work with them, and I just kind of wanted to give it a more of a female vibe to it. All my videos always have like a bit of Chicana power to it and a little bit of humor. So yeah, it was really fun. I know everyone that was in it, and all those people did it for free that were in it. Like people just want their suits in the scene. So it was a magic moment. We did all the shots in like 3 hours, and then it was just editing. So yeah, man, that's my song. I go out and I play it live, and yeah, that's about it.
Fantastic.
Hi everyone, I'm Franco Vidal. I am the first AD for Corazón en el Diamante, and I did that wonderful movie with my wonderful friend, writer and director, Martha Rodriguez.
Hi everyone, my name is Martha Rodriguez, and I'm the writer, director, producer of Corazón en el Diamante. The movie was actually inspired by my mom's immigration journey and me playing baseball for 12 years. I'm actually born and raised in San Diego, so the movie definitely is the location, but also being stuck in two places where you don't know whether you go home and there's something there, or if you stay in the U.S. and the mother-daughter relationship. My mom actually lost her visa during the 9/11 situation, and so it kind of made me realize there are a lot of families, especially even nowadays, that are going through the same situation with our political climate at the moment. So definitely, we just graduated from USC, so this is my thesis, and I was like, I wanted to make it personal to not only thank my mom and my family, but also to show a little bit more of storytelling at USC.
That's fantastic. I think when a filmmaker brings a story from their own inspiration, gives more power to the story, right? I think it's a personal connection, and then you feel it when you watch the movie. So, having said that, what message or feeling do you hope audiences take away when they see your film?
Definitely the feeling is family and just going back to your roots. I feel like for at least Corazón en el Diamante, it doesn't matter where you are, no matter the border, no matter either here in the US or in Mexico, like they will always be together. And I think that for my mom, at least, when she went through that situation, she gave up going back to Mexico for 10 years just to give me an opportunity to be here in the US. So I'm very grateful for her and what she did with, her story, and then obviously for me being here in the US to tell her story. She's still here in the US, San Diego, but she definitely, seeing it again, her story, it does kind of put things in a different perspective.
That's fantastic. Actually, I have another question for you. Having done this film, what comes next? You have another film baking, something's going on?
Yes, actually, I'm working on, I've been doing a lot of family immigration stories throughout undergrad at San Diego State University and at USC, but now I kind of want to, even though I love the theme of family and immigration, I feel like the stories that I want to tell are multi-layered, and my dog passed away a couple of years ago, and it's still a wound. I don't even want to say a wound, but it's like a part of you. A friendship, a everlasting friendship. So it's about a passing of a dog. I definitely still miss my dog, but at the same time, I feel like they're always with me. I don't know, at least in my community, in the Latino community, they say that they might be passed on, but they're always with us, so.
Nice. Now for you,
Yes.
what did you learn by participating in this film, in the production? How was you before and after, if we can call it like that?
Yeah, that's actually a pretty good question. So, as a first AD, you have to really put everything in the big picture, especially when everything is being planned, because nothing goes right. Everything went wrong. This was to make one of the most important things is that, Martha's one of my closest friends. And establishing a good work relationship was also a big defining factor, because I don't want to say no, but there's points where you have to recognize you have to say no. But it's also, I think, one of the big lessons, and one of the main things that I had to remind her was, we have to really fight for what she wants and what we believe is best for the film. There were so many things that, like I said, things went wrong. Our baseball field, huge part of the movie, was gone. We lost the location within a matter of days, and all of a sudden, this is Martha's baby. This is this huge thing that we've been pushing for, and all of a sudden, I have to be the strong one and be the calm head and remind her that there's other avenues, there's other things. And lo and behold, we found a new baseball field, her old high school baseball field, and we just had to make do, and we did miracle work, just trying, through clever editing, the final product, you have 2 different baseball fields that we shot at, and we made it look like it's just one single location, just purely based on what was available to us and what we had to do. And it's other things, just like, this is a San Diego movie. Martha's from San Diego, and it was deeply important. We weren't going to film here in Los Angeles, despite it probably be maybe a little easier, maybe a little less cost productive. It was things that are important, and I have to recognize that the quote-unquote easy thing is not necessarily the best thing for the movie. Sometimes, it might recall for necessity, but if we're willing to go the extra measure and we know that we can do it, I have to believe that that's what the director wants, and that's what I have to believe the crew needs to move forward with.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Now for you, Adelaide, another question. What is your next project about? And if you are working on something, can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, let's see. I kind of have a lot of different pots cooking right now. So I have a couple other videos that we're pushing as well. I have some more songs to release. I also put on events. It's kind of like, as a musician, you have to wear a bunch of different hats these days, and you create like a brand. So I have these events that are called Chingona Takeovers.
Ooh.
They're fun. We have like a zoot suit fashion show. We have a band. We do the lowriders, lady lowriders come out. I have burlesque, like a Latino burlesque show that comes out. So it's always just, what am I not doing to try to promote the stuff? And I was advised never to do music videos in the first place. So, but I did them anyways. Say that again? Everyone. Because they were too long. Everyone said you need to just do like 10-second reels, 30-second Instagram stuff. But I grew up on MTV. So it was just kind of like a thing that I needed to do. Just like I wanted to put work into my album covers, even though it really doesn't matter in the end. So what I ended up doing... Oh, say that again, sorry?
I think it matters because I think the effort shows.
At the end, it's like, can you sleep at night? Right? But what I ended up doing off of this, which I'm in the middle of to kind of help promote it and kind of find a segue, is I did these things that are called the Pachuco Chronicles. So I have these Instagram reels that are 60 to 90 seconds long. I put out 12. I'm putting out one every Friday, and I think there's like 17 of them. And it just focuses on either one of the actors or people in this video, or whether it's about zoot suits in general, or dialect, or what it means to be a Pachuca or Pachuco, or, different little silly stuff, so that there's just still something for the short, time.
It's a great idea.
It's helped me get followers. Like, it sucks that I have to worry about that sort of stuff. Like, I really just wanted to play music.
It's the reality that we face as filmmakers.
Yes, and so that's been fun, getting to edit the stuff and kind of do it more like in a documentary sort of sense. And it's fun, like meeting people and pulling out their colors, right, and trying to make them shine. So that's been like the main thing, is the Pachuco Chronicles. And music, events, whatever, pay the bills.
Nice, that's fantastic. Congratulations. I mean, this is a constant struggle, but it pays well, really. So now let's open a couple of questions for the audience. From the audience, please. We want to hear from you.
What is your ultimate kind of intention with the making of this? I know you said you're interested in events, and it sounds a bit like you're potentially using these, or like, as a sort of scaffolding for the different types of things you do. I think it's very smart to
Well,
to
it's
create
hard.
a short film as well as that ancillary content as well. Yeah.
When you have a name that people can't spell very well and it's really long.
Adelaide.
Yeah, well, and
That's a
that's
song, too,
yeah. Well, people, especially Latinos, are like Adelaide, you know. But yeah, and the algorithms are tough these days, man. And I think if you're a Latina and you're a woman and your style is niche, right? Which is crazy. It's like quality now translates to niche. Right? Right, yeah. So it's just trying to figure out ways to constantly fight the algorithms. And it's kind of sad, but I feel like we're kind of on the losing end. I don't know if it's going to get any better. But the only thing that we can continue to do is to keep on doing it, because what else are we going to do?
Well, as long as you're still doing the live stuff too, right?
Oh yeah, I mean that's my favorite stuff. But even in that, like lots of my live gigs, like I do a lot for Knott's Berry Farm and Disneyland and such, and I'm playing covers, you know. I sneak in like originals here or there, but I mean, I still feel like a clown lots of the time.
Nice.
And you, what's the intention? Do you want to make features or do you want to do?
Yes, so actually,
I felt like it was working.
So actually, this is actually a concept for a feature or a pilot that I was actually writing at San Diego State when I was in my undergrad. So it definitely can go two avenues, as we know, like more. I guess we're leaning more into TV. So the film or the concept could go into like a baseball and women and empowerment, or it could be the feature of the film, which I could add more to it. As a writer-director, I'm always, creating new films and new concepts, but also this is so personal to me that I want to make it bigger, whether it's like on a streaming service or if it's just a feature that I could share out and share with my community. I think it's very important that people see themselves on screen, and it's really interesting because Franco and I were reminiscing the other day, and we were like, well, everyone that fed us, everyone that was on that crew literally was from San Diego. Like I had my tias, my tios, and just like community members from the church just like feed us food and like literally give us room and board, and it was just like, it takes a community to make a film. So I definitely love making films with my community, and I hope that even if I make that feature or that pilot, like I continue to do that at like a community level. But yeah.
I think there's a lot in making sure that you are getting the most out of the process as well as whatever may come in terms of the outcome, because you really can't control necessarily how it's received in audiences or however it's received critically, but you can absolutely control how you make sense of the process. So what you're saying, and also about problem solving and being a first AD, being a really good first AD is a superpower. First ADs, if they're really good, work always. So if you can solve problems and find solutions out of nowhere, and quite often it is coming from out of the community, and it's being really good people, and having your friends show up for you, and having sponsorship, and having endorsements, and making sure that you're doing a quid pro quo, so you have an offer and an ask. So whatever you're asking, you're also doing an offer as well. What Adelaide's doing is also really strategic and sensible too. It's soul destroying, but it is also, as long as you're filling your cup with the other stuff as well, right? And if that's like 75% of it, and making sure that you're not overloading your energy into the stuff that you don't like, making sure that you're keeping your soul and your integrity in the values-based foundation of what you do for your bread and butter. But that stuff about online content and scaffolding and ancillary material is super important. One of the main things when you're a content creator is making sure that you understand what the pathway is to distribution. Because ultimately, there's two options. You're either making it in a vacuum for yourself, which is art, which is beautiful, and that's okay, but that's a choice, and some people may never see it. That's all right. You didn't get a huge turnout tonight, and I'm wondering what's going on with marketing. You have it, we'll talk about it. But the other thing is thinking about who the audience is and who's going to receive it. Not just who, but like how. How are they interfacing with your material? If it's a short film festival, then where's your friends? Get them here. Get them talking about it. Get them filming this. Get them posting about it, sharing about it. Because that's your cachet. That's what you leverage. And what Adelaide's doing is she can leverage that to get people to come to the live shows and buy Zoot suits or do cross promotions or whatever other stuff you can do. Just looking hot and being amazing.
Nice, fantastic,
My point
fantastic.
is that when
Yeah.
thinking about distribution pathways,